Is that what their recent breakup was over? I don't know, Piggy Bank. Crystal Ball, exact words were, Royce, you will be mad because I have messages where TKO talked about you. Yep, she did say that. TKO said today Korea will come around. But let me tell y'all something. You cannot force nobody to be poly. Believe me, I tried to make my ex-wife poly, and we ended up breaking up. Period. She said, I can't do this shit. You can't force nobody to be poly, y'all. Korea just be talking. She can't say that because TKO said his barely getting some from Korea and Armani. Well, didn't Korea say they stopped fucking? She slipped up and said, well, we stopped fucking for because of whatever problems that they was going through. And when he was going to the gym, he said he needed to relieve his frustrations. And somebody in the comments said, you need some head. He said, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely do. Oh, she's always drunk. I do not know. He did when Boss was going off. He used Korea as a scapegoat. Possibly. Nyla, come on up, baby. What happened? Hold on. Let me let you back up again. Okay. Nyla, welcome to the Cherry Show. How you doing?
Hey,
Hey, baby.
um, by the way, I didn't know you was a lesbian, but let me just go ahead and say this because I got tired of typing in the comments. I just
Okay.
came into conclusion that women operate a little bit differently nowadays, and I just feel like deep down in my soul that because Armani is not fucking TKO, that Korea is more comfortable with just mentioning Armani. Because remember when Korea first started dating TKO, she had a problem with Armani. And I seen the
Yeah.
friction whenever all three of them was hanging out together. You can clearly see there was some kind of competition. When Armani got through touching him, Korea would touch him. Then when Korea would hug him, Armani would kind of just stand in the back because she already peeped. Like, hold up, is she trying to compete with me? Because I just feel like Armani's so far gone and past TKO right now. She just want to be friends at this point because I think Armani trying to settle down and have some kids, and she ain't got time to be playing with some man who don't even know what he wants yet. And it's crazy because I've been in a relationship with an older man and he used to be a pimp. And the only reason why he didn't do that to me is because he actually have respect for me. And he told me, he said, I see the way this man moves because he sees me on Big O, and he says that man is just using women. He don't even like these women because the way he talks to them and
I agree.
the way that he treats them. So now that Armani is old enough to figure out what's going on, now she's in her like, let me just leave this motherfucker before it gets even, like down like further in the rabbit hole. But because
Mm-hmm.
Korea is so in love with TKO, because she just started dating TKO, she's not in Armani's shoes because she haven't been with TKO in a decade
Yeah.
like Armani. So I
Right.
kind
I
of
agree.
see I kind of see how now Korea is comfortable saying Armani because she sees Armani is distancing herself from TKO. So this gonna be a shit show. I just feel like Korea just need to be with TKO, let Armani go, and TKO don't need to mess with no other women.
TKO is in the room.
Yeah, I agree. I
You heard me,
definitely agree.
Cherry? TKO
Yeah,
is in the
you know.
comments.
Because you got and I have respect for TKO. I never bashed this man. Like, I don't even know him from a can of paint. But it's just like women have emotions and we operate different from one another. So every woman is not the same. I just feel like if she's not in with it in the poly, you gonna have to make a move, brother. Or it's just
Right.
gonna be it's just
It
gonna
wasn't
blow
for
up
you,
in your
James
face.
Brown.
But that's all. TKO, please don't
Right.
hate me. I'm
I agree
sorry.
with you. And at the end of the day, a man is gonna be a man. And I keep saying that. You know what I mean? And that's why it's up to us. Honestly, you teach listen, when you go out in the world and your mom says, okay, look, break free, do whatever you do, you leave home. You have to know discernment. And thank you, baby. And it's up to you or not to choose to choose to be that man. to be with the man. Now I'm gonna say I don't agree with some of the things he does, like I said. But you know what? I do believe this, that a person can change. And me watching him over the period of time that I have, I believe that he's slowly trying to change because he has never hid that he used to be a pimp. And a lot of people don't understand that lifestyle. But all in all, still at the same time, you know, we got to look at what he's doing, you know, what he's doing right now. You know, sometimes people do things and honestly, we don't see it. We see it as being intentional. They don't see it as being intentional. If you guys understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like we can say like, damn, he doing this shit on purpose. But sometimes when you got ways that are just in you and it's hard to get rid of them, you do the shit automatically without even realize you're doing it. You know, somebody said Korea changed TKO's vision. TKO's a man at the end of the day. He has a choice on whether or not to let her change his vision. Let's keep it 100. He a man at the end of the day. And he's not a man that's going to let somebody just plummet over him. You know what I mean? So if she changed his vision, that's because he let her. If you guys can hear me. If she changed his vision, that's because they had an agreement and he let her. But these young girls, they got to beware. If this is not what y'all signed up for, this is not what y'all ready for, baby, go back home to your mama. Because this is definitely not for the weak. The streets are not for the weak. And the type of man that TKO is not for the weak. And these young women, they're going to learn a hard lesson really fast. And they think they know everything. And a lot of these women, they don't know nothing, you know. They need to be taught. Korea don't want, she said she didn't want nobody else in. Not letting any more women come in. Is Korea ready to take on that vision? She said she was. She said she's willing to do whatever it takes. She said Armani and her are enough. And she said whatever he needs. So, honey, when you say whatever he needs, you're going to make sure he get it from the rooter to the tutor, from sex all the way on down. From sex, from him being freaky, from the money that he wants, from the amount of money that he requires. You know, but only time is going to tell, y'all. Time is going to tell. But it's not always the young. It's the, yes, older women too. Oh, don't get me, honey, don't get it. Believe me, like I told you, I believe in poly. Okay? And it's definitely the older women too. But you know what? Discernment. The word is called discernment. The word is called discernment. They have to have discernment. I wouldn't say he's the R. Kelly of Big O because these girls are over 18. I never, ever, and I can say this, in all the years of me knowing who this man is, I've never heard of him dealing with underage women, except for the one time that that whole case was brought out. But other than that, I haven't. Yes, absolutely, Nyla. That, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get that. He's not going to come up and speak. He wouldn't even come up and speak last night on BL's Live. I don't think he really, I don't know. TKO, you want to come up? He's more than welcome to come up. He's definitely not an R. Kelly. I don't agree with that. My perception is this. I do not like the way he does a lot of things. I'm poly too. But I'm a lesbian poly. There's a huge difference. I do not like the way he does certain things, but I believe he can change. I definitely, and it looks like he kind of, you know how you, see, a lot of y'all can't even fathom being an ex-gang member or a drug dealer, or if any of you guys can or have been, have you guys ever met a person that want to change, but sometimes it's like, damn, but the streets keep calling me? Who's Patty Mel? Who said I was changing my perception? I just said what I said. I don't like the way he does things. I don't like the way he did Boss Life. And baby, 3 Wings ain't shit because let me tell you something about Big O. Big O don't pay shit. The money I make is way more than Big O, baby. Let me tell you. You must not know who in the fuck I am. It doesn't happen overnight. It definitely takes time. It definitely takes time. Patty Melt, do you know who I am? We'll go into my story later. You just heard me say I was poly. You just heard me say I was a lesbian. And I know you can tell I'm aggressive. So maybe, let's use that mind state a little bit. Come on. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. What TKO is going through, I just went through with my ex. To be honest with y'all, the only difference is it wasn't a young woman. She was a little bit older, but she broke me off too, and I left her alone too for my ex. So, but I wasn't using nobody for their motherfucking money. The bitch broke me off because she chose to. So I kind of, you know what I mean? I come from that lifestyle. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, let me put this background up real quick.
Okay, love. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We doing good. We doing good. We over here, exchanging perspectives and whatnot. And like I explained to them, me being honest, I said, I don't agree with a lot of shit that you do. You know what I mean? But I have a daughter who comes from the lifestyle. Not only that, I do too.
Okay.
So with that being said, I can look at it from both perspectives. Now, as far as Boss Life, I don't know the backstory of what happened with Boss Life. All I
Right.
know is that it was said that she gave you $8,000. First, she said she did, then she reneged and said she didn't. I know she's young, but also, too, I know what young girls do in Vegas. Mind you, I just moved from Vegas. Okay?
Right.
So, like I told them, my perspective is a little different than everybody else's because I'm looking at it from both ends. But there's a lot of shit you do that I don't like. Sometimes you can, I'm an aggressive woman. And me and you have talked before, and you told me, you said, you know what? By you being so aggressive, a lot of times when a man says something to you, you get defensive, which I do. But vice versa. When I say something, as me being an aggressive woman to an aggressive man, they can get defensive as well. That's where we butt heads. You feel me? So
Well, first,
all in all,
first, I just wanted
go
to
ahead,
add, because I do got a reputation of not really going into people's lives or entertaining anybody. But the reason why I did that, because when I see my picture, I started window licking you, and I always like to see really talk when I'm not around. So the reason why I came up here is because I actually respect what you were saying. You weren't being biased, you wasn't taking my side, but you wasn't just bashing a nigga either. You know what I'm saying? You was coming from a true. So that's the reason why I came up in here, because I can respect it. No, you know what I'm saying? I can always respect a person that's just standing in their truth and not trying to put extras on shit. You feel me? So that's the reason why I felt the need to come through here, not to try to manipulate you or make you change your perception or anything like that. Because I was already window licking for how you thinking already before I. But yeah, if you got any questions, ask me.
Yeah, if I ask you a question, can I get not a big old answer, a real answer?
Yeah, I mean, if I choose to answer it, yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to answer it. That's your choice.
Yeah.
With Boss Life, you talking to her and your mindset as a man and her being a young woman, you knew that this girl nose is wide open. Right or wrong?
Yeah, I know. I most definitely know she got some game to herself for sure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when I ask you that, I'm asking you this. I'm going to just say this. Were your intentions with her, as far as her being poly with you and Korea and Armani, were your intentions pure with her?
Yes, indeed. 100%.
Okay. Now I got another question for you. There's a huge age gap between you and her. Why would you want a woman so young?
because she can play a different position. She got that young energy, ready to fight the world. Some older women have, it's pros and cons to everybody. You might have a woman that's more mature and can hold down the house, but they may be a little bit more set in their ways, more slower to certain things, or this or that. You can have a younger female that may be more vibrant, that may be on the same frequency as you. Like me, I'm a street nigga. I live a fast lifestyle. I like to be seen. I like to make certain moves and shit like that. So, a younger woman might be able to fit that frequency a little bit more on that end. So everybody play a different position. I didn't want everybody to be around me to be another Armani or another. Yeah, that wouldn't even make sense. That's not even a true team. Everybody got to play a different position.
Okay. Now, I get what you're saying, but I'm looking at her and I know the street life. Honestly, where would she fit in on that? Were you going to train? Well, no, I'm not going to use the word train because that sounds like you're training an animal. But were you going to school her or teach her to fit your lifestyle?
No, I didn't actually have to do that. So I'm gonna give you some exclusive shit, some exclusive what they call tea on this app, right? So Bob hit me up. I just never really responded to. She hit me up, I think 2 years ago when she was with the dude that she was with before me, and she was with him for 5 years. He claimed to be a P or something like that, but I don't look at him like that. I just look at him like he was just trying to break on a young female, and he a young nigga. But she found out about me and Nature Boy through him. So she used to hit me up in the DM and shit like that. But we didn't start talking into this poly auditions. So she already been dancing for like the past 5 years. She already lived in Las Vegas. She was living with him out here in Las Vegas. So if you talk about the lifestyle, now I wouldn't have to school her on anything of that. But the lifestyle is actually different from poly. So with me living a poly lifestyle, she just got to continue to mature, and that comes with time. A lot of people talk about her immaturity, but I actually see a lot of shit that is mature about her. I see that she do know how to handle herself and talk back and speak up and shit like that. So what I see in her, a lot of people didn't see in her because I was having a lot of conversations with her behind the scenes. So I don't look at her as just being the young, immature, naive type of female. She's far from stupid. She may play that and giggle a lot, but nah, she got some game about herself for sure.
Okay, so what we all see is a facade or a front.
I would say part. I'm not saying that she's intentionally doing it though. I just think that when you younger, you feel like you got to be a certain type of way in front of people. I just think that, and I think she hasn't grown into herself, and it's gonna come with time, with just maturing, with age.
Okay. Now I got another question.
Okay.
I've had experience with poly too. My ex-wife, we ended up breaking up because I tried to get her to be poly. She was like, no, I'm not fucking with it. Do you think that Korea is ever going to be okay with the poly lifestyle? Honestly,
interesting question, because I would say no. I would say no, but then, do I think she could be okay with it? Yes, but I don't think she will. I don't know. It's
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Now, with you saying that, that if she can't do, if you're poly, you're poly. That's just like me being a lesbian.
Right.
So if she's not willing to be in a poly relationship with you, are you willing to let her go? Because she's going to want to leave if you choose to still be poly.
Yeah, if that was my choice to strictly do poly, and she didn't want to be, I'll always say this on live, if whether it was Armani, whether it was Korea, if they didn't want to do follow my vision or whatever, I wouldn't sacrifice my vision for it. However, it's a lot of shit coming with mixing your energies with a lot of people too. You got to be very careful. You see what I'm saying? So as I grow, certain things about me changed, because there's a lot of people that's out here that's just straight suckers. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it like that, for clout and shit like that. You never know who's really genuine. So it's like, do I want to continue to give my energy and allow myself this to be accessible, because I'm trying to do this poly vision that's not working? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just really trying to figure out things right now, because it wasn't really never about poly. It was really about just building and if I could have just did that with Armani, I would have loved to do it. Or if it could have just been them two, you know, it's just certain things that I'm not going to expose or, you know, about them on why I continue to do poly, because it's not really just how many women I could have. You know, it's about us accomplishing what we can accomplish together as a team. So, you know, and I started looking at myself first. There's certain things I could change up about myself. You know, I can be a little bit more focused and a little bit more disciplined. So I'm just really trying to work on myself and trying to figure out my own life right now. I'm in that type of tug of war with myself right now. Just as me being vulnerable and transparent with you.
Wow. And I could see that yesterday, that look on your face when you were at the barbecue, it was a blank stare. You had a blank stare. And I
Yeah.
said, something's wrong. But normally when a person has that look, the wheels in their brain are definitely turning. And that's why I kept telling everybody he definitely can change. And sometimes you want to change. And I'm not saying you do, but I'm just talking about people in general. Sometimes you want to change so bad, but what's in you is in you, and it's hard to get it out of you no matter how hard you try. But people don't get that.
Yeah, man. I admit I'm somebody that's kind of stubborn. I'm kind of stuck in my ways, and sometimes God got a way of humbling me and making me, you know, have to bump my head a few times. So right now I'm just trying to figure that part out. You feel me? Because I'm not trying to be outside of God's will no more. Because every time when I try to do something, I fuck it up. I ain't trying to continue to delay and prolong my blessings.
That's right. That's true. I definitely can understand that. Well, with that being said, so right now you're trying to figure out if you want to be poly or monogamous?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm just trying to figure out my life in general. See, it's a lot of things that
Mhm.
close right now. You know, so you probably seen a blank stare yesterday, but it's a lot to that blank stare. It's a lot going on. That's probably will be revealed in a few weeks or months to come. There's a lot that's going on right now though in my life, in my personal life.
Absolutely. We all go through changes in life. That's for sure. Whether it be good or bad, we definitely all go through changes.
For sure.
Well,
For sure.
that was.
Let,
Go ahead,
let me
baby. What did you say?
so when I was first doing the poly auditions, Boss Life
Hmm.
had sent me some money. She wasn't even my girl yet. She had sent me some money, and that's where a lot of people ran with that narrative. So the dude she used to fuck with was like, man, she was AK past her rent and she was getting
Mm.
evicted. So that's where they got that AK from, but she never gave me AK. You know, that's just what people ran with.
Yeah, yeah, and people thought it was a choosing fee because they go
Right.
right back to when you said I used to be a pimp.
Right. I just never cleared it up. I just never debunked it or nothing. I just sit back. I don't do that with a lot of shit. If y'all see, like a lot of people say certain, I don't say shit.
Hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just go ahead and let it go than fight it. You can't fight everybody.
Yeah, they gonna say something different anyway. You might even have some people in
Hmm.
the comments, but yes, you did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really don't try to go back and forth with nobody. You know, so I just leave it alone.
Absolutely. So, as far as right now, we haven't seen Armani live. Is she still with you?
Armani cool. She chilling. You know, I'm not gonna speak too much on Armani. She want to stay low key for right now. She want to stay playing in the background because she's going through a transition in her life too. You know, just really just getting close to trying to fix her life together and get closer to God and things of that nature. Like we all, you know, man, we all trying to make a little transition, man, and to the better. You know, to the better things, man. Because if God ain't in the center, man, none of this shit won't work.
Damn, that's deep, but that's real. I respect that. I respect that. Well, I talked to Korea not too long ago. She was real cool. We had a little chit chat, so forth and so on. But anyways, yeah, that's really all the questions that I had. Boss life. Um, so the money shouldn't affect her since it wasn't 8K or $8,000. That money really shouldn't affect her getting a place, or
And
is
let
it
me
going to
say,
affect her getting a place?
well, actually, she didn't give me that money, but even if she did, um, let me say this without putting too much of a business. She boss life, she a young little boss. She know she a hustler. She good,
Right.
good. She good. Trust me, that woman is good. She a
Oh,
Capricorn. She she good. She a little boss.
okay. So
She
she
gon'
gonna be okay at the end of the day.
she already is okay. Yeah, and she got
Oh,
options.
okay. Well, then there it is. There then. So she's not gonna be homeless. Everybody was scared. I definitely was scared that she
Nah,
was gonna be homeless.
Nah, she'll never be homeless. Especially she'll never be homeless.
Okay. So she's taken care of.
For sure, for sure.
All right. Well, that's really all I had a question about was, boss life and
Yeah, people don't understand
Korea.
this too. Even before I came in her life, she was trying to make a transition. She wanted to work out. Never mind. I'm saying, but like they thinking that she just sold up. Like, never mind. I don't gotta fill up. No, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, she good. She good. But thank you for allowing just to ask me questions and not going ahead and projecting shit, so where we could actually communicate with each other. That's all I be wanting.
Oh, definitely. I definitely am an excellent communicator. I don't have a problem with asking questions and having a productive conversation because that's what it's about at the end of the day, getting clarity.
For sure, for sure. But
Absolutely.
no, it's all love. I'm gonna give you a follow too. Continue to do your thing, crash your shit and nothing like that.
Absolutely. And you have a beautiful and blessed evening.